This video is going to be about the body positivity movement and how it died due to lack of movement. I'm sorry, guys. You know I love that joke, but I'll be sensitive in this video. Trigger warning. All about mental health on this channel and health. Heart disease is still the #1 killer in America. It still kills more people in America than guns. And laughter is medicine. You have to get real with yourself. Just like many of us, I saw through the woke culture coming in, the body positivity movement, and the toxicity that will come with that. Yes, good intentions are what is it? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I looked it up just to make sure I have it right. So it's the road to hell is paved with good intentions is a proverb that means good intentions can lead to unintended consequences or evil actions. It can also mean that people may have good intentions but fall to act on them due to laziness or procrastinations, which is literally the body positivity movement. At first, it was great. It was people that were a little overweight that always wore baggy, like oversized t-shirts, finally started dressing more confident and maybe showing their midriff and maybe wearing, yoga pants or, just dressing outside their comfort zone to get more confidence within the body they have as they're working on their health and, their fitness journey.
The body positivity movement kept me fucking fat. Okay, this is the part that got me fucked up. First, I agree with some of this shit. Appreciating your body in spite of flaws, sure. Feeling confident about your body, yeah. Loving yourself, absolutely. But accepting your body's shape and size, that's where you got me fucked up. Body positivity also means enjoying the body you have and not beating yourself up over changes that happen naturally due to aging and pregnancy, absolutely. But lifestyle choices, abso-fucking-lutely not, dude. Are you kidding me? If your lifestyle choices are actively harming your body, there's nothing positive about that. When I was almost 200 pounds and I was pre-hypertensive and pre-diabetic at 19 years old, and when people were telling me, just love yourself, embrace body positivity, like, there was nothing fucking positive about anything that I was doing. Self-love should be about loving yourself and taking the best fucking care of yourself. So when I was 19 and I was obese and I was already having health issues, the best fucking thing I ever did was look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, holy fuck, if you do not make changes, you are going to go down a road that you are not going to be able to turn back from. That's what self-love is.
Just like everything with good intentions, it can spiral downhill fast. You can play victim, and when it comes to health and mental health, they go hand in hand. They're combined.
I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement, and I know it's not my fault or my responsibility to keep other people's health, but health is real. Organs failing is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And if nobody else wants to say it, let me tell you the truth. Love yourself at any size. Wear the clothes you want to wear, but don't forget that your heart has to beat, babes. Don't forget that your blood sugar has to keep a balance, babe. No amount of Instagram pictures looking cute and being an influencer wearing a size whatever you are is going to stop your heart from not beating if you eating bacon every day.
That was real as hell. And she was absolutely right. Do you see fat activists in their 60s? Do you see fat activists in their 50s? Do you even really see fat activists in their mid 40s? No, because you actually don't live that long being morbidly obese.
So if you're playing victim, if you're throwing big pharma at it, you're not working on the root issue. Like I said, obesity kills more Americans than guns. And it really sucks to say because that is incredibly sad. But if someone passes away due to obesity, like a stranger, I never knew them. So I never knew they passed away. So it kind of doesn't affect my life.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
Today I got the big Fruit Loop.
He's dead.
Join me on my Fat Positive radio show.
Which didn't last long because she died.
But look at your life. Look at family members or friends you may have that might be a little overweight, or they might be obese or even morbidly obese. Think about their personality and how they treat others. How do they treat themselves? The best way I like to characterize it is remember storybooks as a kid. If you ever read James and the Giant Peach, or if you ever read Harry Potter, or if you watched James and the Giant Peach or watched Harry Potter, you notice that they had guardians, like caregivers, and they were always morbidly obese, very rude. They played victim. They were very jealous, insecure. They were very loud and intimidating, so people wouldn't challenge them. Very narcissistic behavior.
Let me tell you.
The reason why people that are obese, they might have low self-esteem. They might be very spiteful and vengeful and rude and angry. And that is because narcissism does go hand in hand with obesity, because it's your mental health. You don't have the confidence. You see yourself as a victim, so you don't have to take action.
Clock that tea though. Okay, so recently I stopped victimizing myself, and it's crazy how life has opened up since I stopped pretending like I'm like a fucking victim. Like, since I pretend like the world's against me. Bitch, sometimes you're the fucking problem. Like, honestly, for me, I felt very like unheard throughout like most of my childhood, and I felt like my parents like invalidated a lot of my feelings, and that made me turn into a loud ass complainer. Anytime anything happened to me, or anytime I perceived something, I perceived it as it was like the worst thing that ever happened to me, or like it was only happening to me. Like, other people don't be going through the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, and especially like, you know, being trans, being plus size, it was just so easy for me to be like, no, like, brands don't want to work with me because like I'm big, and brands don't like want to work with me because I'm trans. Maybe brands don't want to work with you because you're fucking messy and you don't post consistent content or quality content most of the time. Maybe that's the reason, babe. Maybe it's because you come on this bitch complaining all the goddamn time about brands, and then you put brands on the spot, and then you wonder, why don't brands want to work with me? Well, bitch. And ever since I shut the fuck up and I looked at myself and I said, you're acting like a victim. You think you're owed something because you got a few followers? People are dying. like people are literally dying. You know what I mean? Like, get it together. And you know what's crazy? Ever since I've like took more responsibility and stopped acting like a fucking kid, got a full-time job, got my own apartment, brand deals coming in, started losing weight, started having better skin, started feeling better, started being more confident. like when you just say, hey, you know what? Sometimes I'm a piece of shit and I need to fix it, then you can actually fix it. But when you come up on here all the time talking about like, oh my God, and this happened to me, and then oh my God, like that happened to me, and then oh my God, like no, and then this brand doesn't. Girl. The world don't owe you shit if you don't get up off your ass and make some shit work for you.
That's why it's so important for everyone to learn what their daily calorie intake should be for their height, their weight, their age, their gender. You could just look it up on your phone. There should be some kind of calculator, and this will help you going forward, because everyone can eat less and everyone can work out. And there's always tons of excuses you will hear with people that play victim, like everyone has a different body type, but no one's body type is overweight. No one's body type is obese. At first, when Ozempic came out, I wasn't a huge fan of the idea, because everyone remembers when it came out, it was for people that are diabetic, and there was a huge shortage when it was happening, and people that really need it couldn't get it. And I never think it's a good idea to throw big pharma at anything for an answer. There's different avenues and other ways to get there first that are healthier and better for you. But now I think there's a lot of different medications. I don't know if they're having the same shortage issue. So if that's the only way you're going to be able to lose weight, because you're not going to do it any other way, then by all means do it that way, because no one wants you to have heart disease. No one wants you to eventually not be around anymore. But the only issue with that I have is if you don't, learn your daily calories, if you don't work out, if you don't do it the hard way, you don't get the transformation that you're going to get from doing it the hard way. You're not going to get the confidence. You're not going to be able to work on your mental health. And there's so much that comes with it that does make you build up confidence and have self-love and have self-worth.
Body positivity is toxic because it pretends to be rooted in compassion and kindness. But in reality, it encourages women to engage in very destructive behaviors. It encourages women to be obese, unhealthy, and be averse to personal responsibility and discipline. It's the inherent nature of body positivity. It is, at its core, toxic, emotionally manipulative, dishonest movement that only wreaks havoc on women. Lizzo and every other proponent of the body positivity and fat acceptance movement are the perfect examples of the mean girl. Body positivity downright lies to women, and it makes obesity sound like it's good for them. Body positivity movement has now resulted in magazine covers that actually says this is healthy. The lifestyle of being obese is now not only beautiful, but it's healthy.
So like I said, if a stranger who's obese pass away, I wouldn't know. But like if I'm in line at a grocery store and then there's somebody, let's say they lost the weight with Ozempic and they're being rude to everybody and they're entitled and they're throwing a tantrum, that's when it does matter to me, because your mental health is still a narcissist. You're still stuck in the fat suit. If you take the easy way out, and if you cheat and use big pharma and you don't do the work yourself, then you're still stuck at square one. You're still a narcissist and you're still most likely going to gain the weight again. If I don't look at my notes, I'm never going to get to what I'm talking about. So in the height of the body positivity movement, Lizzo and the YouTuber Nick Avocado were thriving. Since then, Lizzo has gotten canceled for calling her dancers fat and much more worse stuff. But like, ironic, I told you. Everyone's like, oh, I thought she was so nice. It's like, really? And I've dated big guys. I do like myself a chunky guy and all. Just some women can be really mean. Well, apparently Lizzo has lost some weight. Not like a ton. She's not like small, but she's doing something. I don't know if she's taking Ozempic. I don't know if she's working out, but yeah, she's actually have lost some weight. So look, at hell has frozen over. And then Nick Avocado is a mukbanger on YouTube, and mukbang, it got really popular probably around like time where people would just watch people overeat. At first, that's another thing that started off really simple. Since we were all lonely by ourselves, you're just supposed to watch someone eat, so it feels like you're not eating alone when we were all quarantined and all. I think also people listen to it for ASMR and stuff, but then it got into overeating and this, like, is it gluttony? I don't know what it's called, but it's disgusting. Well, Nick Avocado pre-recorded videos almost 2 years worth so he can lose weight while he had the other videos up to hide the fact that he was losing weight so he could capitalize on it and act like it was a social experiment that he pranked everyone. But he did. He lost 250 pounds.
2 steps ahead.
I don't know if he used Ozempic. I don't know if he worked out. He probably did a little bit of both. He probably even had the surgery, but good for him. And then all these YouTubers are making videos going, you didn't prank us. You did this for your health and you're capitalizing on it because you're a YouTuber. And it's like, thank you, Captain Obvious. I've been wanting to make a video about how toxic the body positivity movement has been in over 5 years. And finally, I feel like there's no reason to, because I feel like it's finally like there's no more bullshit. We're talking about health again and in politics and on the media. We haven't talked about health since since Michelle Obama in the early 2000s when she didn't want kids to go to McDonald's and get toys and stuff because obesity in children. And now with Trump and Kennedy, we're talking about make America healthy again. Talking about how important it is with big pharma and how we eat and the foods we put in our body. And actually having the conversation with how important it is that big pharma is not always the best choice for us. And the foods we put in our body and exercise and, just going back to basics and not playing victim anymore. And hopefully this whole woke culture shit will be done in a few years and we could just point and laugh at anyone that took part in it. But if you agree with me, or if you want to chit chat some more, please subscribe, like this video if you had a good time, and I'll see you in the next one. Boy, 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 boy.
Ladies and gentlemen.